Okay, so this is our session. What we are going to discussing for this data analysis with Python. Okay, so there are two kind of audience in this training. One is for the people who wants to learn data analysis course as a fresher, and the other audience like they were want to learn only Python exclusively for their data analysis course, or like advanced data analysis course, or when they are going to learn the data engineering courses. Okay, so anyhow, for these kind of freshers or any kind of experienced people, Python will help you a lot. It's a foundation for everyone. So that is the reason we are going to teach this Python classes over here. So it's going to be like a daily class notes. I'm going to update inside this one. Let me give you that class notes link as well. So for the people whoever enroll for this course, daily you will get this class notes in this link. So this is a standard link. You are going to get it daily, the class notes. I'm just pinging this class notes link in the chat. So you can save this link, and this class notes link will be, this class notes link is going to be updating every day whenever you are going to see the class notes. Okay, all right. So this is going to be daily. We are going to provide the class recording video as well. So whoever enrolled already this batch, for those people to your email address, we are going to give you the daily class recording as well. And daily live classes, we are going to start it over here. Okay. So let me try to understand first what exactly this Python. So before we are going to deep dive into this Python, we need to understand a few points over here. So what exactly a Python, and when it was started? What is the background and history of the Python? Definitely you need to understand. I can say in a simple word, a Python is a general purpose high level language. Okay. So when we were studying intermediate or like a degree MCA, so that time we have like we know, right, there are different kind of languages. So we are dividing these languages, software languages, into two types: high level and low level languages. So what is the meaning of high level? High level means those are written by humans like you and me, or like a developers we are writing. And those languages you can able to understand, not only the system, humans also can able to understand the code what we are writing. That language we are calling it as a high level language. So the best examples for this high level language, I can say it's a C++, Java, .NET. So these are all the languages we can call them as a high level languages. These are written by the developers. The next, there is a low level languages. Low level languages means I can say it is a machine language, assembly language. These only machines can able to understand. Systems, computers only can understand, because it is in a byte code format, 10011 something like, it's in a byte code format, the languages. So that we are not able to understand clearly, but computers can able to understand. Generally what will happen, whatever the program you are going to write down, whatever the language you are writing, at the time you are writing your language in a high level, but machines are going to convert that into low level language. So the high level languages, as a developer, we are going to write down high level languages. What are the high level languages? The high level languages are C, C++, Java, and .NET. The one is a Python. These we are writing. The moment when you are writing and when you are going to submitting to execute this code, internally the interpreter, the Python interpreter or Java or C++ or C, it is going to changing of your language into low level languages, that is machine level or assembly language. So the low level languages, it is going to convert your language, whatever the program you have, commands you have written, into low level languages. One is about the machine language, and another one is the assemble language. So this is how the computers can able to convert your language as per that instructions. This is like a byte code language, you can say. It is going to convert your code into bytes. According to that, it is going to executing and giving the output to your application. So the conclusion over here is Python is a high level or low level language. It is a high level language. So how this Python has developed? The Python has developed by taking the fundamental things of the C language and Java language. By combining these two features of the C language and Java language, they are developing the Python. So they are using C and Java. That means, is this Python is going to be difficult comparing to the C and Java? No, they are using these two to make the code simplify. Okay, so Python is a easy to learn and it is a simple programming language comparing to C, C++, Java, .NET. Python is the easiest language everywhere, and it is a simple programming language. It is easy to develop. You can able to easily develop, and you can able to easily understand over here. Easily understanding over here. Okay, so when this was introduced and who was introduced this Python? So this Python was introduced by the very first person, Guido van Rossum. So he is the person introduced this Python in between the 1989 and 1991 year. So how this name he was keeping like a Python, and if you see the logo of the Python, it is something similar like a snake, correct? What is the Python logo? The Python logo is, it looks like a snake. So how this was introduced, this Python name and the snake logo? This person, Guido van Rossum, he was seeing one web series in BBC channel. So when he was watching this series in a BBC channel, that time there is one like one web series, Monty Python Flying Circus web series. So in from this web series, he got this name, and some logo also he has collected from this web series only. He got the idea, we need to put this name as a Python, and the snake symbol also he got it from there. So this is how the Python was introduced into the market in 1989 to 1991 by this person. So Python is a simple programming language, easy to develop and easy to understanding over here. And it is easy to learn it also. Everyone can able to easily understand and learn comparing to C, C++, Java. Python you can able to easily write. And one more advantage of this Python is it's a open source. That is the reason every company, if they want to develop any kind of applications, they are going to use Python only. The only reason because it has, what is the reason? Open source. Open source means anyone can able to use. No need, you no need to pay anyone. It's not a licensed product. Anyone can able to use. It's a open market. So from where you can able to download this Python, simply you can goes to the www.python.org. So from this website, free of cost, you can able to download this Python over here. www.python.org. So you can able to download it over here. So if you want to download, simply goes to the downloads. So what is the latest version of the Python currently in the market? Python 3.12.4. This is the latest version of the Python over here. Okay, so the Python is a open source. You don't need to pay anyone, and simply you can able to download it from here. It is a high level programming language. The high level programming languages are C, C++, Java and Python. The low level programming languages, the best example you can see, it's a machine languages, assembly languages, these are the best examples. So one more interesting feature about the Python is dynamically typed. What do you mean by dynamically typed? That means, what do you mean by typed? Typed means the data types. Generally, in every languages, when the programming languages you are going, so there should be a, in every programming language, there should be a definitely data. You need to declare the data, and you need to store that data into a variables, and you need to specify the data types, right? So here in the Python, you no need to specify the data types. If I'm not specifying the data type, then how this Python is going to recognize the data types? Let's, for example, I'm going to declare a variable a or else name. So what is the name you are going to store? So RAM is a character or number or float. What kind of data type it is? So generally in SQL Server, if you see, you need to declare a variable at the rate name, and what is the data type also you need to specify. It is a character data type or number data type or integer data type. So then only it is going to allow you to assign the value. But but in Python, you no need to specify what kind of data type you are going to store it over here. It's a dynamically based on the value you are going to assign into a variable. Python itself identify and assigning the data type. Let's, for example, I want to write down a small program. I want to declare a variable a, variable b 20, variable c equals to a plus b, then print c. This is a small command I have written. What exactly this one? I'm going to add a value a, b, two variables I declared 10, 20. I'm adding those two values, c equals to a plus b. Then I'm going to print c. Then what will happen? It is going to print. So it is going to adding up these two values. Are we specifying anywhere the data type for a? No. Are we specifying anywhere the value of the data type for b? No. For c? No. Then how it is going to do this addition? Because automatically, dynamically based on the value what you are going to specifying, it will treat this variable type as a 10. 10 is a number or integer, whatever the data type. It will declare automatically based on the type of the value. So it is reducing your effort. In SQL Server, you need to specify the data type. It's unnecessarily you are doing extra coding, right? But Python is not no need of specifying any type of data type over here. That is the reason we are calling it as a Python is a dynamically typed. Dynamically typed means data type will be recognized automatically. I hope it's clear for everyone so far. Right. The next thing is about like a, so this is a small program we have written, this one. The next interesting point about the Python is a platform independent. What do you mean by independent to dependent? Dependent means you you are going to like this particular Python can be executing only on this what particular operating system only, that is independent. Okay, Python will execute only on Linux. That means Python is a dependent. Python will execute on any platform, Linux, Unix, Windows, anything. That is called Python is a independent. Independent means anywhere. So Python is going to be independent. Independent means you can run the Python in any operating system. You can run on Windows, Unix, Linux, anywhere, because Python, when you are going to execute in the backend, it is going to create one virtual machine according to your operating system, whichever you are using. In the backend, it is going to run this pvm. Pvm stands for Python virtual machine. So that virtual machine is going to be executing of your commands. The interpreter is going to executing of your commands inside the Python virtual machine. So you can write on any platform, it will go and execute on the pvm, Python virtual machine. And also, Python is a procedural and object oriented program. You know what is a procedural and object oriented? Oops. I think in computer science, when you are reading in BSc computers or in or in a BTech, we have a OOPS concepts. OOPS concepts means like you need to derive a class and methods and polymorphism, inheritance. So these kind of concepts, I hope everyone we were like learning in the our degree classes. Correct? So Python is a procedural. That means you are going to write down set of programming commands, and those commands you can able to recall, and you can able to inheritance of the classes. All those things we can able to do. The main advantage of the Python is there are so many libraries we have. What do you mean by library? Libraries means we are already developed a lot of coding. That library coding, whatever someone has developed, you can reuse it. You can reuse it. Let's, for example, you are writing here a equals to 10, b equals to 20, then s equals to a plus b, then it is going to sum. If someone already this code has written, save like a library, then simply you can use that one. So that library contains a function. What is that function? Sum function. So what the sum function will do? Sum a comma b. Done. If you are providing sum of a equal to 10, b equal to 20. So if you are executing this command, then it will combine these two values, will give you the result. You no need to write down this code. There is already this code pre-written, saved like a library. Then simply you can import that library into your Python. Import the library, and then you can able to use that methods or the functions what you have written inside the library, reusing of the code. So many libraries we have. There are so many developers, experts are developing already plenty of the libraries according to your requirement. Which library you need to use, you need to import. This is the main key in the Python. Even when you are going to interview, they will ask like what are the libraries you have used. So according to your job role, what you are going to apply for the profile, you should know what are all the libraries regularly we are going to use. Because Python, there are so many kind of jobs in software industry, so many jobs. So different kind of jobs we have. Python developer, that is only one job only, but there are several others by using Python. Several other courses are there in the Python. Many people knows only Python developer, that's all. No, Python is for many things. Python can achieve anything in the software industry to develop anything. Okay, so Python is a procedural and object oriented OOPS programming language, and inside you can able to create a classes and objects. And there are so many huge libraries already pre-written, pre-written libraries we have. By using this Python, you can able to connect into any databases, any file systems. You can read the data, you can perform the manipulations on the data, and again you can able to write back the data as well. Okay, so if you observe here, as a part of this Python, we are going to mostly learn these three libraries. NumPy, this is mostly we are going to use to perform the numeric operations. Then Pandas, this is something like a table structure data, we are going to perform the transformations. Matplotlib, we are going to use this library to design the visualizations. Whatever the data we are creating as a data frames in the Pandas, by using this Matplotlib, we are going to create the data visualization. These are the three examples. There is one more library, that is a Seaborn. Primarily, I am going to discuss in this training also. The foremost libraries is this. This is also for visualization purpose only. If you are working for machine learning, there are so many libraries are there. If you are working for data science, there are so many libraries are there. If you are completing this course, it is something like 70 to 80%. It's a Python for machine learning only. What we are learning here. Okay. So what purpose we can able to use Python? Python can I use to develop a desktop application? Desktop application means something you want to develop on your desktop to do something like when I'm clicking on this application, uh, for example, I want to develop an application. What the application will do? The application is going to be like when I'm clicking on a Excel file, it has to do some calculations and all the operations needs to be performed. Whatever on the desktop side you want to develop something to automate. Yes, you can able to use that one. If you want to develop any kind of desktop applications, you can able to use the Python. Can I develop a web application? For example, I want to design a website to book a tickets, bus tickets. That is a web application. Or I want to design a website. Yes, you can. I want to design some LMS portal. Yes. For that, you can able to use Django, Flask libraries to develop your web application. You can see the course outside for freshers, Python with Django. What purpose this Django they are using? This is a library or the framework to designing of the websites, user interface you can able to develop, correct? And also if you want to develop some kind of network applications, and you can use the Python for data science, you can do data science. You can use artificial intelligence like a chat gpt. You can able to develop the chat gpt also by using this Python. And you can able to do the IoT machines, machine learning. Okay, you can develop some games also, gaming apps also you can able to develop. You can do the data analysis as well. So this data analysis, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, data science, these are more or similar. If you are completing this course whatever we are covering, 90 percentage, 90 percentage, 90 percentage, 90 percentage of the content you are learn to advance your career for data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data analysis. So in this course I'm going to make you a foundation and some other libraries for the data analysis operations we are going to perform it over here. So primarily what are all the things we are going to cover inside this Python for data analysis? First you need to understand installation of the Python. Installation of the Python, and the interface IDs, integrated developments, integrated development environments. So IDs are integrated development environments. We are going to use like you can use Jupyter Notebooks. I can use the Jupyter Notebooks to develop and writing of the commands. And the next topic we are going to understand very clearly about the what are the different kind of data types inside the Python, and the different kind of operators, and data structures we are going to discuss, and what are the flows like a for loop, while loop, conditional floatings we are going to discuss. And we are going to discussing about this data structures like what is a list, tuple, set, dictionaries. And also we are going to discussing about the files input output, how to read a file, how to write a file, how to manage the files, all those operations we are going to discuss. And then after we are going to discussing about the NumPy and lambda functions we are going to discuss. And the concepts like how to do this oops concepts like inheritance, polymorphism, these kind of things, oops concepts we are going to discuss. Exceptions, how to handle files related, how to connect into the data connectivity, all those things we are going to discuss. These all are foundation for Python. If you are going to learn any course on this, if you want to achieve any of these things by using a Python, these are the foundation. These are the foundation things. If you go for any course, they will teach you these things. Then after, according to your requirement, if you want to learn machine learning, you will learn different libraries. If you want artificial intelligence, different libraries we can use. If you want to use data analysis, and let me ask one thing. I will ask the chat GPT, hey, can you suggest me in the Python what kind of libraries for each one I can use? Okay, let's go to the chat GPT. Then we can understand what kind of libraries it is suggesting. Can you give me some example libraries used for above each category purpose in a table format? Okay. Oh, in Python. We have to specify in Python. So this is what I want to ask. Control C. Let me try to refresh it. What happened? So for a data analysis purpose, we are going to use NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn. But the moment when you are coming to the other purposes, what we are using? Let me open the in Chrome. Right here. Huh. For development of a desktop applications, you can use these libraries: PyQt, Ticknator, WXPython, Kiwi. For web application, Django, Flask, Fast API, Pyramid. For network application, Socket, Twisted. These are the libraries. Data science, Pandas, NumPy, SCIPy, Stats models, artificial intelligence, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras, Hugging Face transformations, IoT purpose this one, machine learning you can able to use these things, games you can able to use this one. Correct? For data science and data analysis, mostly we are using Pandas, Pandas, NumPy, NumPy. For visualization purpose, Matplotlib, Seaborn we are using. So here they are using for the data science purpose, for predictions and all those things they are using different things. Okay. So even if you are going to learn artificial intelligence and machine learning and everything, definitely these should be have idea. At least these two. Without Pandas and NumPy libraries, you cannot learn machine learning things, data science things, and other things. So in this course, you are going to learn Python basics. Apart from the Python basics, whichever the course you want to learn, according to that, the library you need to learn. This is the learning path. Now we are going to focus mostly on the data analysis. So whatever the basics we are going to cover, those are common for everything. Those basics are the common data types, data structures, loopings, and oops concepts, everything is common. Then after, based on your interest, which one you want to learn? Do you want to learn data analysis? Then learn all these libraries. Do you want to learn the data science? Learn all these libraries. So this is how we are going to make a learning path over here. Okay. So in the next session onwards, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the installation of this Python, installation of the Python, how to install the Python, and how to install the Python IDE. IDE means to write the commands. Python software you are installing in your local computer, but to write the commands you need some like a Jupyter notebook or IDE, whatever. Let's for example, already I have installed one IDE over here. Here you can see, you can able to write down the, when you are installing a Python, automatically this will come. Here you can able to write down the commands. Let's for example, I'm going to declare value a equals to 10. So then simply you can able to print value a. So what is it's throwing error? Because I have written a syntax error, print a. So it is going to print the value a. Okay, let me try to declare a value a equals to 10, b equals to 20, then C equals to A plus B, then print C, right? 30 is coming over here. So this is how we can able to do it. Perfect. So I will do the installation part in the next session. Okay. So to get this class notes and to get this whatever the, yeah, these are all the things we are going to cover in this training. So every day the class this class notes I am going to update in your here. So please save this link. The link I shared already in the chat group. And to get the class recording video access, please do the enrollment process. Okay. So the next class will be from the Monday onwards. So Saturday, Sundays, we don't take the sessions. The sessions are only from Monday to Friday. So to join the next session on the Friday, everyone has to be enrolled. Every student has to be enrolled. So only enrolled people can able to join on the Monday session because we are going to change the link. Okay. So this is all about today's session. It's just like a introduction to the Python. Then we are going to write the commands from the Monday onwards by installing the Python over here. So please be enrolled by everyone. Then we can meet on the Monday. Okay. Thank you. Anybody having any questions? You can send a message also. I will give you the answers in the message as well. So Jupyter is a interface, a notebook to write the commands. So how I am writing a commands in the in this here command here, right? So similarly, Jupyter is one kind of interface to write the commands over there. So Prasad, please reach out our executive number, or else in the app there is a chat option is there. Please ping to them, so they will take care of that. Okay.